All right, folks, I got to be real with you. Iguanas are literally falling out of trees in Florida right now. I'm not making this up. It's so cold down there that cold-blooded reptiles are just dropping from the sky. And that's not even the craziest part of what's happening across America right now. Not even close. We've got a bomb cyclone. Yeah, you heard that right. A bomb cyclone. Absolutely hammering the Carolinas. We're talking 12 inches of snow where they normally see maybe an inch or two the entire winter. Wind gusts hitting 75 miles per hour. That's dang near hurricane force winds mixed with heavy snow. And here's what blows my mind. Wind chills are dropping to 0 degrees in northern Florida. 0 degrees in Florida. Let that sink in for a second. So buckle up because we're going to break down exactly what's happening, who's getting hit the hardest. And I've got forecasts for over 80 cities across the country, so your area is definitely in here somewhere. Oh, and real quick before we dive in, where are you watching from right now? Drop your city in the comments because I'm genuinely curious how conditions are looking out your window. All right, let's get into it because this storm is the real deal, no joke. So here's what's going down. There's this monster low pressure system spinning up right off the Carolina coast. This afternoon, it was sitting at 1,002 millibars, and by midnight tonight, boom, 987 millibars. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, cool, numbers, but what does that actually mean for me? Fair question, so let me break it down in plain English for you. When a storm drops 24 millibars in 24 hours, meteorologists call that bombogenesis, or a bomb cyclone. It's basically the atmosphere going absolutely bonkers in a very short amount of time. And this bad boy, it's deepening at about 1 to 2 millibars per hour, which is insane. By tomorrow around noon, this thing will be equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane in terms of raw power. I mean, we're looking at 974 millibars offshore the mid-Atlantic coast. And get this, by tomorrow night near Nova Scotia, some models are showing 960s. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay, now here's the part y'all have been waiting for. Who's getting slammed the hardest? Ground zero, the absolute bullseye of this storm, is eastern North Carolina and the Outer Banks. And folks, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you're out there right now, it's rough. We're talking full-on blizzard conditions with visibility dropping to practically nothing at times. Snow totals, 8 to 12 inches, and some spots could honestly push a foot or more. Combined with those 70 to 75 mile per hour gusts, we're looking at serious blowing and drifting, like drifts piling up to your waist in some areas. That's not an exaggeration. Watch this. Let me show you how this thing's going to play out hour by hour. Right now, the heaviest snow bands are ripping through the Carolina Piedmont region. We're seeing snowfall rates of about an inch per hour, which means it's piling up fast. The upper level energy is going to transfer to the coastal low in the next couple hours. And when that happens, oh man, that's when the coast really gets hammered. The winds pick up, the snow gets even heavier, and the Outer Banks turns into a total whiteout. This continues through tonight, peaks around midnight to 3 a.m., absolutely brutal conditions. Then by daybreak Sunday, around 6, 7, 8 a.m., the snow finally starts to wind down. But here's the thing, and this is important. The cold air rushing in behind this storm is no joke. That Arctic air is going to filter in and just sit there, keeping temps dangerously low. All right, let me run through the cities getting hit because I know you're looking for your area. Raleigh minutes, you're looking at 6 to 10 inches with legit blizzard conditions tonight. Raleigh folks watching right now, how's it looking outside? I bet it's coming down pretty good, huh? Charlotte is getting absolutely buried with 5 to 8 inches, temps in the low 20s to mid 30s. Durham and Greensboro, same deal, 5 to 8 inches with winter storm warnings across the board. Now, Virginia Beach and the Hampton Roads area, y'all are right in the thick of it too. 4 to 8 inches coming your way with blizzard warnings in effect. Winds are going to be howling. And honestly, this could be the most significant snow event for coastal Virginia in years. Okay, quick breather here. Let me ask you something. For those of you in the Carolinas and Virginia right now, are you loving this snow or are you over it? because I know some folks live for a good snow day, and others are just done with winter already. Drop a snowflake emoji if you're loving it, or a sun emoji if you're ready for spring. I'm curious to see where y'all stand on this. No judgment either way. All right, moving on to South Carolina, because you guys are definitely not getting left out of this. Columbia, 4 to 6 inches of snow, which is honestly wild for this part of the country. Myrtle Beach, same deal, 4 to 6 inches. And the wind off the ocean is going to make it feel brutal. Even Charleston is picking up 2 to 4 inches, and for Charleston, that's a big deal. I mean, when was the last time Charleston saw measurable snow? Been a minute, right? And check this out, even Savannah, Georgia could see a dusting. How crazy is that? Atlanta Metro is looking at 1 to 3 inches, temps between 28 and 42 degrees. Now, we all know what happens when Atlanta gets snow. The whole city basically shuts down. No shade to Atlanta, it's just not built for this kind of weather, you know? All right, now here's where things get really interesting. Let's talk about that cold, because the snow is one thing, but the temperatures behind this system are absolutely ridiculous. Wind chills across the eastern half of the country are going to be in the single digits or below zero. And here's the kicker that I mentioned at the top. Florida is not escaping this. Northern Florida, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Panama City, wind chills dropping to 0. Orlando is looking at single digits above 0 for wind chills Sunday morning. Tampa Bay area, you're going to be in the teens, which is insane for Florida. And even Miami, yes, Miami, could see wind chills in the mid-20s tomorrow morning. So if you thought you'd escape to South Florida to avoid the cold, think again, my friend. And that brings me back to the iguanas. I told you I wasn't making this up. When temps drop below about 40 degrees, iguanas basically go into a cold, stunned state. They lose their grip on tree branches and just fall, sometimes right onto people's cars. Florida Fish and Wildlife has actually warned people about this. It's a real thing that happens. So if you're in South Florida, maybe don't park under any trees for the next day or two, just saying. All right, let me pivot to the Northeast, because I know a lot of you are wondering about your area. And honestly, this is mostly going to be a swing and a miss for you guys, which is good news. The storm track shifted just far enough offshore that the I-95 corridor avoids the worst of it. New York City, looking at maybe 0 to 2 inches, nothing crazy, but it's going to be cold and windy. Temps in the mid-20s to mid-30s with that wind making it feel way worse. Boston is on the higher end with 3 to 6 inches possible, especially Cape Cod and the islands. But compared to what the Carolinas are getting, Boston is getting off easy this time around. Philly and Baltimore, 1 to 3 inches each. Cold temps, gusty winds, typical winter stuff. DC is similar, 1 to 3 inches with temps in the mid-20s to mid-30s range. Newark, Jersey City, 0 to 2 inches. Nothing to write home about, honestly. Now let me jump over to the Midwest, because y'all got your own thing going on. There's a clipper system diving down from Canada that's bringing some snow to the region. Chicago, 0 to 1 inch of light snow, but here's the thing. It's brutally cold out there. Temps between 15 and 25 degrees with wind chills well below 0. Chicago folks, I know you're tough, but please bundle up if you're heading outside. Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, all in that 0 to 2 inch range with extreme cold. Indianapolis and Fort Wayne, same story. Light snow possible, but the cold is the real headline. Minneapolis and St. Paul, 0 to 1 inch with temps between 10 and 20 degrees. Classic Minnesota winter. Milwaukee, Madison, light snow chances with dangerously cold wind chills. The Twin Cities, Dakotas, and northern Iowa are ground zero for the clipper snow. We're talking 1 to 3 inches across that region through Sunday. Now these clipper systems, they're not big snow producers, typically. I like to call them nickel and dime events. A little bit here, a little bit there. Not enough to cancel school, but definitely enough to make your commute annoying. All right, quick check-in. How we doing so far? I've covered the Southeast, Northeast, and Midwest. Now let me hit some other regions. Texas, y'all are dealing with some unusual cold too, so let me break that down. Dallas, Fort Worth, Plano, Arlington. 0 to 1 inch of light snow possible, temps in the low 30s to upper 40s. For Texas, that's pretty chilly, and any snow accumulation there is always news. Houston is staying dry but abnormally cold. Temps between 35 and 50, maybe some light freezing drizzle. Austin and San Antonio, cold for Texas standards, mid-30s to mid-50s, but no major snow. Corpus Christi and the Gulf Coast, freeze warnings are in effect, which is pretty rare down there. El Paso is actually the comfortable spot in Texas right now. Upper 40s to low 60s, not bad at all. Oklahoma City and Tulsa, cold at 30 to 45 degrees, but staying mostly dry. Wichita, Kansas City, Omaha, all dealing with that bitter cold but limited snow. Now here's the thing about the western half of the country. It's like a completely different world. While the east is getting hammered, the west is just vibing, honestly. Los Angeles, 65 to 75 degrees, clear skies, basically perfect weather. San Diego, Long Beach, Anaheim, Irvine, all in the upper 50s to mid 70s. Beautiful. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, slightly cooler at 50 to 65, but still really nice. Phoenix, Mesa, Tucson, enjoying that desert warmth, mid 50s to upper 70s with sunshine. Las Vegas, 52 to 65 degrees. Perfect weather for hitting the Strip or the casinos. Seattle and Portland, dealing with some typical PNW rain, temps in the 40s to low 50s. Not exciting weather, but hey, at least it's not a bomb cyclone, right? Denver and Colorado Springs, 0 to 2 inches of light snow possible. Temps in the 25 to 40 range. And for my friends up in Anchorage, Alaska, extreme cold with temps between 5 and 20 degrees. But let's be real, that's just Tuesday in Alaska. Nothing y'all can't handle. Honolulu, 72 to 80 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous, and I'm not jealous at all. Nope, not one bit. Okay, maybe I'm a little jealous. Who am I kidding? All right, now let me talk about what's coming next, because February is shaping up to be interesting. This Arctic air is going to stick around for the first week of the month, but it will start to modify. There's some mild Pacific air building out west that's going to start pushing eastward eventually. Now here's something that's got me really intrigued from a weather nerd perspective. The stratospheric polar vortex is showing signs that it might split in the coming weeks. When that happens, we typically see one lobe go toward Europe or Asia, and another settles over North America. And that, my friends, is how you get some of the coldest air on the planet delivered right to your doorstep. There's about a 2-week lag between when it happens up there and when we feel it down here. So if this goes down around February 7th or 8th, we could be dealing with serious cold mid to late February. I'm talking another potential Arctic outbreak reaching all the way to the Gulf Coast. Now, in terms of snow for February, here's what I'm watching closely. First week, more clipper systems diving out of Canada, your typical nickel and dime snow events. But the time frame that's really got my attention is mid-February, around the 15th through the 22nd. The models are hinting at a potential big winter storm developing in the heartland. And when I say big, I mean potentially significant snow from the plains to the northeast. Now, it's way too early to talk specifics. I'm just looking at patterns and signals right now. But if you're a snow lover and you've been disappointed this winter, keep your eyes on that time frame. Could be a good one, could be nothing, but the signal is definitely there. And the last week of February, the Ohio Valley and Northeast look favored for active weather. So winter is definitely not done with us yet, not by a long shot. All right, rapid fire time. Let me hit some cities I haven't mentioned yet because I promised 80 plus. Louisville, Kentucky, 1 to 4 inches of snow, temps in the mid-20s to mid-30s. Nashville, 1 to 3 inches, cold for Music City at 25 to 38 degrees. Memphis minus on the edge with 0 to 2 inches, temps right around the freezing mark. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, 1 to 3 inches each, that bitter Ohio Valley cold settling in. Lexington, Kentucky, similar story, 1 to 3 inches with temps in the low 20s to mid-30s. Toledo and Fort Wayne, extreme cold with 0 to 2 inches of light snow. St. Louis, 0 to 1 inch, cold at 22 to 34 degrees. Nothing major, but still winter weather. Albuquerque, cold but dry at 38 to 52 degrees. Typical high desert winter weather. Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield, Stockton, all in the upper 40s to mid-60s, dry and pleasant. Riverside, Santa Ana, Chula Vista, comfortable temps in the upper 50s to low 70s. New Orleans, cold for the Big Easy at 40 to 55 degrees, but staying dry. And there you have it, folks. Every major city across the country covered. Now, before I let you go, let me give you the key takeaways because there's a lot to remember here. Number 1, if you're in the Carolinas or coastal Virginia, this is a serious, historic storm. Please stay off the roads tonight. It is not worth risking your safety. Number 2, the cold is reaching all the way to Florida, so don't think you can escape it down there. Protect your pipes, bring your pets inside, and watch out for falling iguanas. I'm serious about that. Number 3, the West is escaping this completely, so enjoy it while it lasts out there. And number 4, February is going to be an interesting month, so stay tuned for updates. All right, that's going to do it for this one, but seriously, thank you for sticking around. If this video helped you out, smash that subscribe button. It's free and it really helps the channel grow. I'll have my full February outlook dropping tomorrow, so make sure you come back for that. We're going to dive deep into what the rest of winter has in store for all of us across the country. Until then, stay safe out there, stay warm, and look out for each other. And remember, if you're dealing with this storm right now, you've got this. It'll pass. Just hunker down, make some hot cocoa, and enjoy the snow day if you can. Oh, and one more thing. For all the first responders, healthcare workers, and utility crews out there, y'all are the real MVPs, working through this mess to keep everyone safe and the lights on. Seriously, thank you for everything you do. We don't say it enough. All right, now I'm really done. Drop a comment. Let me know how your area is holding up. I read every single comment, and I genuinely want to know how you're doing out there. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, and good luck with those iguanas, Florida.